That's it.
So are you refusing to provide the DNA sample, or are you going to provide it?
I don't understand.
Yes or no?
No, I'm not submitting to anything. I'm not providing anything that I'm not
so
liable.
This is me advising you that failure to provide that DNA sample is a felony.
In some cities across the country, police officers are asking people for DNA samples, even if they haven't been accused or arrested for a crime. While citizens aren't required to give these samples via swabbing of the inside of the cheek, many don't realize that. According to an investigative report by ProPublica, this has become an increasingly common practice in Connecticut and other several states, including Florida and Pennsylvania, during random encounters with police or something as simple as a traffic stop. Even though no one is required to provide DNA samples in these situations, citizens often don't differentiate between a request and a command by law enforcement officers or fear the consequences of refusing. There are rules that govern which samples can be provided to the FBI for its national database. However, some cities have compiled databases of DNA samples that they use when investigating crimes. There are legal concerns about invasion of privacy and the misuse of DNA samples. These are likely to grow if the trend continues among law enforcement agencies. You are not required to provide a DNA sample unless you are arrested by federal agents. Furthermore, if law enforcement officers ask for a voluntary sample, they are to make it clear that you are not required to provide one. Otherwise, they could be violating your Fourth Amendment rights. If local law enforcement officers request a DNA sample, you can and should refuse. If you've given one because you felt coerced into doing so or were led to believe that it was required, you should determine what your legal options are, regardless of whether you have been arrested or charged with the crime. Folks, I usually don't like the advice that lawyers give on their websites because they kind of make you believe that you have to comply. This one comes to you from the law offices of Jerome Pond, and I think they did a pretty good job of explaining that. Here's your video, folks.
Mr. Ricks, you have a locate in the computer system that says you're required to provide a DNA locate. Basically, the state changed the law earlier this year where they're retroactively collecting DNA on previous convictions. You have a conviction for Mix 4, I believe they said, from 2007 that has that requirement. Okay?
Absolutely not. I don't.
In that case, I'm going to advise you that it is a felony to refuse to do so. It is failure to provide a DNA sample as required.
Can you repeat that law?
It's failure to provide a DNA sample.
No.
That's what the law's called.
No, repeat. Cite the statute.
The state changed the law earlier this year where basically they're retroactively collecting DNA on previous convictions. So they
I was not convicted of any crimes.
You were convicted of a Mix 4 in 2007.
Absolutely not convicted. I had a SIS and was. That's it.
So are you refusing to provide the DNA sample, or are you going to provide it?
I don't understand.
Yes or no?
No, I'm not submitting to anything. I'm not providing anything that I'm not
so
liable.
This is me advising you that failure to provide that DNA sample is a felony, and that
they already have my DNA.
Charge will be forwarded to the DA's office for review.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine because they already have my DNA. I have 7 children. I've had my DNA taken many times.
I don't know what that has to do with anything, but
child support, yes. DNA, yes. The state has it.
So again, just confirming. You understand that you are required by law.
That's fine. I'll deal with
and you're refusing to do so.
Well, yeah. I mean,
you understand that?
Yeah, I understand that.
Okay, fair enough.
Are you kidding me? A DNA sample? Wow. Required to give a DNA sample. Retroactive, which they've already got a DNA sample from child support. Why would they need a DNA sample on something that I was never convicted? This guy's got a hard on. Wow. Tyrant 101 right here. Let's see what this guy's got up his sleeve. He's got a beard. Looks a little weird to me.
your ID back.
Okay, what was your name again, officer?
It's Officer Johnson. All the information's on the bottom of the citation.
And your badge number?
Okay. 63154. It's right on here.
Okay.
So you're receiving 2 citations today. One's for modified vehicle exhaust. Like I said, you're required to have a muffler on the vehicle.
You're a tyrant of Anchorage. How long have you been here?
So this fine is $120.
You're live on YouTube, by the way.
That's okay.
Okay.
It's a correctable citation.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Okay. You can go to the Environmental Services Division, and they will correct it for you there. You have 30 days to take care of that. All the information, if you want to do anything else, is on the bottom of the citation there.
Sure thing.
This is for the improper turn that you made from 5th Avenue onto C Street.
There was a pedestrian walking across the street. I turned right into the direct lane of traffic.
It's all on video. It's a $2.95 citation.
Yeah, I'll be for you in the request on that video. You have it. Why don't you guys have body cams? By the way, we paid for that shit.
You're welcome to have
They don't have their body cams, and we paid for it 8 years ago.
You have a good rest of your day, okay?
Yeah, you too. Hey, officer, you have a good day. Fucking tyrants. Fucking jackholes.
Police officers are known to be untruthful many times. As a matter of fact, they're allowed by the Supreme Court to lie in investigations. How and why is that dangerous for you people? Let's say this man gave up his DNA and the cops needed a fall guy. That's right, folks. You just made it easy for them. Don't say it ain't so, huh? It has happened before, guys. Just because police officers wear a uniform, they carry a gun and a badge, that does not mean that they're 100% honest people. Let's not forget that they're human, and humans are flawed. There is a whole lot to learn from this video, and that, folks, is to know your rights, know what they are. Absolutely do not just comply with what an officer tells you. How many times do we see in videos where police officers make you give up ID under threat of arrest? That's called coercion, folks. If you feel that you've been coerced by a police officer, get their name and badge number, try to record and document it, or ask for body cam footage and go make the complaints. We need to completely eradicate that practice from policing. There needs to be some kind of accountability. Oftentimes, they make you believe that you have to give up your rights, folks. When you voluntarily give up your rights, it makes it easy for them. And there's absolutely no accountability there. But if you don't give up your rights, you protect the rights of everybody else. But if you hand over your rights, you put everybody else in jeopardy, folks. And that could cost people their lives, property, and much more. You guys go subscribe to Ed from Anchorage. I'm going to drop the links in the description and in the pinned comment. Make sure you guys let him know I sent you. I really do applaud him for denying that request, even after he was told that he could be charged with a felony. In my opinion, this officer needs a complaint. Thank you all for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss the next video. We bring you police interaction videos that we could all learn from. Before you go, we'll give you the First Amendment of the Constitution. You have a freedom of press, freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom to assemble, and freedom to petition your government for a redress of grievances. Those mirror your natural rights, the rights that you were born with. So important that the Second Amendment was written to protect it. The Bill of Rights is extremely important, folks. Learn them, know them, understand them. We'll see you on the next video. Peace.